Alright, so I'm back here with another episode. For today, I'm going to be taking a 67 Fastback shell, which you've seen in my last video that was sitting. It's a dark green. It's just a rusted shell. I'm going to cut off all the metal that I'm not going to use anymore. That's completely rusted, to uncover the inner structure, which I am going to use of the car. That's why I buy most of these rusty shells. It's for that inner structure. And put it on a dolly cart to have it ready to go to sandblast. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna fire up a plasma cutter, cut out everything, and show you pieces of what I'm cutting out and why, so I can get it blasted to be able to start putting it back together. So let's check out the 67. Alright, so from that time lapse, you were able to see just what I do to a shell that's, you know, rotted pretty far down, just whenever I'm doing all one-piece sheet metal replacement on it. I keep that inner structure, and I exposed as much of it as I could without taking out the spot welds, which I'll show you, and give you a little bit of why I do that way, just to make it easier. This is going to be ready for sandblast. I just have to take off these roof rail channels yet. I just got to take out the screws. Some of them I have to hit with the cutoff wheel to get them out. But this is what I'm left with. This is what I at least look for when I'm buying a shell. You can see I exposed everything around underneath the full quarters, just so all that can get blasted and then gets primed before it gets covered up with new quarters. Just makes it nice to send out, get blasted in all those spots where you normally wouldn't blast. And I leave the areas where it's attached yet that I have to take off, because once it's blasted it'll really uncover where the spot welds are to make it real easy to cut them off and remove the rest of the panel. So the only things other than that roof rail channels is I'm going to melt the lead out so that I can get blasted to find those spot welds real easy. But outer rockers are good, pillars are alright, posts, everything there that I want is good. And yes, a lot of people always say, well, you don't have any supports in it, there's no door bars, there's nothing in between it, it's just flimsy. Yes, I know that. I do it this way because I get the car back to where it's supposed to be. The car is 50 years old. It was hit in the back, so the back end was pushed up a little bit. So I have to relief all that to get it back to where it should be anyway. And I have all my measurements. I know where everything's supposed to be. So if it is twisted, it can get fixed. So don't worry. But just need to put it on the cart, get it to blast. So this one's ready to go. Next one I'll be back on is the 65. That's going to be it for this video on the 67 teardown. Like I said, it's going to get blasted and then it's going to sit until I'm done with the 65 that I'm on now. But right now I'm actually going to take the scrap from this, which I'll show you here. Piled roof high in the back of my truck there. Going to head to the scrap yard. Scrap is up. Just for fun, if you watch to the end of the video, you get to take part of this. If you want something just small, I have a bunch of these running horse. They're made out of 16 gauge steel. I powder coated this one Ford blue, and that one's just red. It's a little keychain. But if you guess the closest out of the comments within the first 2 days of the video, I will send you those if you'd like. If you don't want them, that's fine. You just will get the closest guess anyway. But just something that I thought would be kind of cool to do, just to see if anyone can guess the right amount. But thanks for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not. Give it a like if you like the video. There's going to be a bunch more coming. So thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.